Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm Christina and welcome to my first setup video for 2025. I have been putting off doing setup videos because if you've seen my lineup, hopefully you've seen my lineup video by now, there were a lot of question marks about what I was going to use, how I was going to use what I had purchased in my haul, and just a lot of uncertainties around 2025. Even though I know what areas of my life I needed to plan for, I have been really unsure and unclear about what planners, what systems I want to implement for those areas of my life. But I have decided at 1 o'clock in the morning, it is 1:30 in the morning, y'all. I was just sitting in my office, just tinkering around doing stuff, that I'm going to take myself out of analysis paralysis and I'm just going to set something up. And I'm actually really excited about what I'm going to set up today for a number of reasons. We're going to be setting up my work planner. Now, if you watched that lineup video, you saw me kind of go through a couple of options of what my work planner would look like. I showed some inserts that I purchased for a mini happy planner. Towards the middle of this year, I thought maybe I'd move my work planner to a mini happy planner. For all of this year, I have been working, my work planner has been a half letter planner, which I love. I've shared this planner with you guys, pretty regularly. I have gone through a lot of different inserts in this planner, different styles, different sections. You can see it hasn't really been getting used. It's the end of the year, but I have been using it. But mostly just this schedule section. And so as I've been thinking about my current system and what works and what doesn't work, I think the size does work for where I'm at in my work life. So I think I want to stick with a bigger planner. I don't think that a mini is going to serve me, at least right now. However, one thing that stood out to me is that I'm really only using the schedule section, the goals section that I set up. I've had these inserts in since the beginning of the year. Y'all, I've never done anything with them. It's a mix of cloth and paper priority matrix and goal setting inserts from Point Hun. Haven't used it. The miscellaneous section gets used because this is where I keep kind of like my notes, meeting notes, things like that. But even those, I think I've mentioned quite a few times in my videos that I'm just kind of writing on like post-it notes and stuff. I don't like to write messy in my planner. That's something I need to get over. So a lot of times I write on post-it notes, which is why I had my dashboard set up here. You can see there's one right there. A note that I added. I also have started using a little notepad to scribble stuff down on various things. You can see it's like pretty messy. And then I've been transferring things over to my planner where they make sense. So I'm thinking that even this section isn't really working. I'm keeping a lot of pages in here right now, but not really using what's in here. And then I also have a project section that I skipped right over that I'm also really not using. I had an index here, didn't use it. Have a couple of notes for some projects here, but really not getting used a whole lot. So if I'm only using the schedule section, and that's really what's working for me, how can I make my work planner in 2025 be a little more efficient, a little more simple, in a way that still allows me to get done what I need to get done, but without all the extra fluff. And so with the inserts that I purchased for the mini happy planner, I've already shared that I don't think that size is going to work, at least right now. The half letter inserts I purchased could work, but there was a third option I shared in that lineup video that I'm going to start out the year with, and we're going to see what happens. And that is the A5 spiral planner, the task layout from Cloth and Paper. And I think this is going to work for a number of reasons. So as I'm taking it out of the little plastic that it came in, first of all, this came in the November sub box from Cloth and Paper. If you're a part of their intention subscription and you didn't skip November, you would have gotten this planner. You can also purchase this planner on their website, and you can also purchase a different version. I think they call it the, oh goodness, what do they call that? It's like a mixed horizontal vertical. I used that layout for many years. If you go back to my old work planner videos, you'll see the layout that I'm talking about. they have it in the A5 spiral as well. And I think this is going to work for me because as we flip through it, and I already did a flip through, so I don't think we need to spend too much time on it. You have the year at a glance, obviously. You have holidays, a couple notes pages, the calendars, right? 2 pages of notes, and then just schedule and calendar, y'all. So that's it. 1 page of notes, and it goes into the next month. Something that I didn't really use previously when I used the other cloth and paper layout that I think is going to work for me this year is the entry page. I couldn't find it. So this is the January kind of like currently page, like what Happy Planner would call it. It has a section for goals. I can use this instead of the goals section that never got filled out in my current system. Important dates, priorities. I will probably change this bills due to something else. Maybe keeping track of like PTO. Well, I could do that there. I don't know. We'll figure this out. And then a checklist here. This could be for projects. This could be for deadlines, you know, all the things. So I feel like even in a couple short pages, I can take care of some of the sections that were not getting used in my current setup. I still have a place for notes to jot down at the end of every month. So 1 page here, another page here at the beginning, right? So I still have that, and it still allows me to do what I want to do with my sticky notes and my random pieces of paper and all of that. So it is kind of a change because obviously this isn't on discs. It is spiral, but maybe that's what I need. Maybe I just need something that's a little more straightforward. So we are going to set this up for January and see what happens. Real quick, I did another little order from Cloth and Paper for this. I will say that Cloth and Paper does not have a lot available for the spiral, which I thought was interesting. So we're going to do a little DIY project together in a minute, and we're going to see how this works out. But real quick, what I purchased was one dashboard, a wave dashboard. That's what it's called. And it's punched, obviously, for an A5 spiral. All of this stuff is punched for A5 spiral. I have some monthly vellum covers. So just like with the letter of each month, just to kind of add a little interest to the planner. I did get the low profile tabs, top tabs. That's what they had. I got 3 pocket folders, transparent pocket folders. You'll see why in a minute. And then this is a set of 2 diagonal pocket folders. So that's what I purchased. I think outside of this, there might have only been 2 other items, one other dashboard, and maybe like a page marker that I didn't get. But they just don't have a lot. So the good thing about this is, like I said, it's pretty simple, and this really wouldn't need any setup at all if I was not who I am, and I'm extra. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get started. I'm not ready to write my name in it quite yet. What I do want to do is go ahead and add a vellum. Maybe let's play around with the vellum and see how it works. These actually are from 2022, which I thought was kind of interesting, but the vellums don't have the year on there. So I'm going to tear them up so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we're going to just pop this in. We'll see how easy this is to pop in. I've never done this with a spiral before, popping stuff in and out. I might have said in a video somewhere that this was my first spiral planner if I use it. That's not necessarily true. Before I started doing what I call real planning, which is like what I do now, what I've been doing for the past, I don't know how many years with a Happy Planner, really decorating and stuff. I used to buy planners all the time from like Target or wherever, and a lot of times they were spiral planners. I think all of them are spiral planners. I went through a Lily Pulitzer phase where I had all of those planners. If y'all want to see my planners from before I started like happy plannering kind of planning, let me know. I could maybe share them. I think I have maybe them back to 2012 or so. Anyway, so that wasn't hard to pop in at all. And now we have a vellum over this kind of quote dashboard here that exists in front of every single month. So it just adds a little bit of something to it. I don't know if I want to go ahead and add a whole bunch of them right away. I don't want to like ruin the vellums. I don't know if they would be ruined or not. Maybe I'll just put February in as well, since I already had it out the plastic. It does take a little bit more time than what I'm used to with Happy Planner, with like just the 9 discs, or mini with the 7 discs, but those go in pretty well and they don't add a lot of bulk. And now that I'm playing around with it, I'm thinking maybe that's why there isn't a lot for the A5 spiral, because you don't want to add too much bulk to it. Okay, so now I'm pulling out the dividers, and I'm kind of torn between what am I going to do for like this week versus this month versus today. Obviously this month could go here. I feel like my fingers are too big. Okay, so this month. And then do I want this week? I guess that's where that would go. This is the first week of January, which starts in the middle of the week. So it's kind of, I know people always kind of talk about if they're going to start their new planner or do the last week in their old planner. I'm just going to start my new planner. I think that makes the most sense. But then what do I do with the today? I thought this is this week. This is also my today. I think I'm going to switch this around for now, and we'll see how this ends up working out. For this month tab, I'm going to put this at the front where we have kind of like the overview. This week is going to move to the monthly calendar. I'm usually looking at everything in a week anyway. Now as I'm doing this, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but we'll have to figure this out. Maybe I just need to only use two dividers. And then for this week, or today, sorry, it will go on the weekly. Doesn't make any sense, even as I'm saying it out loud, but we'll have to just go with it and see how we want to change that up. So when I close it, as you can see, that's what they look like. They're a low profile, which I like, so they don't stick out very high. So I like that. I think the setup's going to be pretty minimal. Pause for the pocket folder there. I do want to put a pocket folder in the back. I think there's things I'm going to want to keep track of. Notes, things like that. Random pieces of paper that I'm jotting things down on. All right, so I have this in the back now, and it's, I want to make sure that it's still staying flat. Okay, so I have like the basics in here, right? I think there's probably more I could do around maybe adding like some sticky notes and things like that. I think that might need to go on the cover, not in the planner, because I am going to put this in a cover. But I bought this pocket folder because, again, we're going to try a DIY. One thing that I've really enjoyed about my work planner this year is being able to really customize it every month and kind of change it up and make it something new. I had bought a whole bunch of dashboards, if you guys have been watching my channel, from Sorted Out, and I've been changing them in and out. This was a mix of those and cloth and paper ones that I had, but I'd like to change it every month and just make it feel like a new planner. And so this does not allow me to do that because, like I said, there were only like 2 dashboards on the cloth and paper website that were for the A5 spiral. So it got me thinking, could I use a pocket folder and make my own dashboard if I wanted to? So we're going to try it. So I have a whole bunch of classic Happy Planner size dashboards or dividers that I am not using. And so what I thought might be fun would be to see if we can cut this down in a way that it will fit inside of this pocket folder, and then it would give me the ability to create my own dashboards in the future if I wanted to. So I'm cutting it down even smaller than the A5 size because it actually needs to fit inside of this pocket. There probably is a much smarter and more precise way that I could do this. But we're just going to go with the flow. I just want to see if it can be done. And if it can be done, then I will try to do it a little more carefully next time. So this is a dashboard that I don't care if I mess up. And because it's black, I'm going to get my white gel pen. Okay. And like I said, it has to be within like this seam here. So this is me not being precise at all. So y'all just ignore me. It has to be within this as well here. Okay. That also means needs to be about there. I'm trying to make myself a couple of like cut marks, if that even makes sense. Pulling out my paper cutter. We're gonna see how ridiculous I am for doing this without actually measuring or anything for real. So, okay, I'm going to do this line first. Oh wait, no, I need to do this line first. Okay. I should have did better cut marks because now I'm like, okay, now I don't remember how big it needed to be. I was running into that problem with cut marks. One of the reasons I hate cutting my own dividers, printing and cutting my own dividers, because I'm not great at the cutting part. Okay, I don't know if this is the right size, y'all. It feels pretty small. I cut off the D for proud. Okay, well, let's see if it actually fits. Okay, it does, but it's still too tall. So I should have centered it a little bit more over, but I think that probably would have cut off the E. So, okay, we're learning. One thing I think I would do is not use something that had something on the back that you needed to save. It should probably just be one image that you can center, or something that you don't really care about on the back. I don't care about this one, so it's fine, but I'm butchering it. But I just wanted to share that. Okay, but like it works in theory, right? So like it's not perfect, obviously, but you could technically kind of zhuzh up your planner a little bit by using these pocket folders to make a dashboard of sorts. Okay, I'm gonna pop this in the front. I don't know how it's gonna look. I just want to see something. Okay, so maybe not as like a cover because you can kind of see that it's like a pocket, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. Again, like this is meant to be functional, so you could potentially do that. I probably would do it somewhere in the middle, maybe before the month. If it was a pattern and not and didn't have words on it, this probably would look better. Just in theory, you could like make it happen. I don't know if I have this in well. Okay, I think it's in well. Yeah, so I mean, technically you could make it happen. You might have to just kind of ignore the pocket. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys that there is a way to customize your planner if you're creative enough. This doesn't look great, but I could also end up using this for sticky notes or something on the back. So just wanted to share that with you guys for what it's worth. I'll probably just pop this in the back and I'll make another one. Okay, so that, y'all, honestly is kind of the setup for this. I am unsure how much I'm going to decorate this planner as of now. So for the actual planner itself, that was pretty easy. The setup was harmless. But let's talk about cover, because I want to put this in one of my half letter covers that I have, and I have quite a few. I think I want to try this one. So I got this from my roadmap, probably like late spring, early summer. I love my roadmap. If you watched my haul video, you saw that I purchased quite a few inserts from them that I thought I was going to use probably for my work planner this year. Surprise, surprise. But I love this because it has a whole bunch of pockets here. It has the secretarial pocket. I think that's what this is called. And I got it with my initials, y'all, which is kind of fun, right? I got it blind embossed so it would go good with gold or silver no matter what hardware I used. But it does have a silver snap. And because this is a silver planner, I thought this would look really good. So I want to just pop this in. It should fit no problem. There's actually quite a bit of extra room. There's quite a bit of extra room. It feels like this would be much better suited for a like thick half letter. I don't know if you guys can see all the room that there is. And then if I tighten it, it kind of overlaps. I might have to just train it a little bit. Let's see if is it loose, kind of slidey around? Not really. Huh. Okay. This feels a little stiff. All right, I was having a little bit of a meltdown. Not a real meltdown, but a planner meltdown. Y'all know how it is. I pulled out some of my other covers. I think I just need to train this a little bit. So I'm gonna calm down. I always have other covers if this doesn't end up working. We're gonna leave this for now because I really do want to try this cover, and I've had it for a while. So let's talk about what I want to put in the pockets, because this is so minimal, I think that the pockets really are going to matter for this planner. And we want it to be nice. Okay, I am just pulling out a whole bunch of stuff. And we're gonna see how this all works together. So I have some cloth and paper sticky notes in the color Affogato. And I also have this editor's note card that just came in the cloth and paper December sub box. I'm gonna see if this is gonna work. Listen, this planner is gonna be an evolution, okay? I told y'all in my lineup video that I was embracing the word fluid. And so that's what I intend to do. So I'm going to use this editor's note card. I'm going to put some stickies on here, and I'm going to put this in a pocket somewhere. Which one? Nobody knows. I don't know if it fits low enough in these pockets. It does. Okay, I should probably could fit a couple more. And the good part about this is if I get tired of the color, I can just change it out. But it allows me to have something functional in the front of my planner, not just decorative. So, okay, we have some sticky notes. I could have added those. Next, what I might do is layer these sticky notes on top of it. These are from Poi and Hun. So I thought having a couple of those, or having it just kind of layered, might be nice. Maybe I move this up one pocket. That makes it kind of tall. Maybe lower is better. I don't know. All right, hold on. I have this archival card. This came from the cloth and paper, this most recent box. And I think that might be cute to have in there as well. I have some dots. This is looking kind of like the same color. Let me see if I can find a different color. I ordered a whole bunch of them from New Paper Co. I kind of got all neutrals. Okay, the pink. All right, hold on. Stay with me. Stay with me. I got a card from my roadmap. Where is it? Look at this, y'all. Now is now. Are you going to be here or not? This is the thickest cardstock I've ever felt in my life. And I am wondering if we can like make something happen with a little bit of pink. Not too much, but like a nice black. And I don't know if that's gonna stay. Probably have to put some double-sided tape on it, but then it's gonna ruin the card. I don't know, y'all. Okay, let's put that there. The archival. Add a dot sticker sheet. Maybe just like behind it. Now, how do I decorate your pocket? I don't know how. I don't know how. Okay, maybe just something like this. Is that cute? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not used to really caring so much about my pocket, but I kind of need my pockets to be functional for the first time in forever. So now that feels like a lot. It feels like I won't actually pull any of this out. Like it's cute, but would I actually use it like this? Maybe not. Maybe just something a little more simple like that. I have dots. I have something cute at the top and the bottom and some sticky notes. It adds a little bit of something to the front, I think. I think so. I got this from Rosie Papeterie in my order. That might be cute to add. Trying to think of what else. I need something big to put in here, like a whole dashboard or something. I don't know, y'all. This is gonna have to be a work in progress. For a little more function, I have a lot of cloth and paper stickers that never get used. I'm going to put some in here so they can get used, because what is the point of having them if you're not going to use them? Okay, I have so many. I need to organize this. Got some priority stickers in all different types of colors. I think having these two sheets would be helpful. These have little check marks on them. This has little X's, exclamation mark, smiley face, and an arrow. And these have like a pin, a light bulb, an asterisk, a flag, just like little, you know, reminder stickers. I think that might be cute to kind of put in here. So let's do that, and let's kind of layer it like that. At least have some function in there, right? And then in the back, I care less about the back, although I probably should care just as much about the back. I have room for more. Should I add more? I've got these page flags. I'll add those in the back, so I have something to grab. How do I feel about this, y'all? I am definitely operating out of my element because I can't customize this like I normally would. I said I wanted something new, so I guess that's where we are. One thing I do want to try before I clean up this mess that I have made, taking everything out of everything, is how this looks with a paper clip. or like a page flag. I have a couple of them from Cloth and Paper. I got some from She Planned It. These are really cute too. And I'm just wondering what this looks like, and if it's thick, because obviously the planner can only do so much. So I don't even know where I'd want to put this, but just say I wanted to be able to flip to this month. Okay, it doesn't bulk it up too much. I think I'm going to add this here just for a little bit of decor. I'm gonna slide it over if I can, like that. See, it's already kind of training itself. Okay, very good, y'all. Okay, all right. The only thing I have left to add is a pen. This does not have a pen loop. However, this is my work planner. It sits on my desk. I don't usually take it a whole lot of places unless I'm like working at a coffee shop or something. And for this aesthetic, I probably should just go with something simple. This pen that I have laying over here is like my favorite pen right now. It's a Sarasa Nano. It's in 0.3. Y'all, I love thin, fine tip. I said thin. Fine tipped pens. They're like my favorite. I think it'd be easy just to clip it right here on the clasp. But part of me wants like a pen with some color. At least the barrel should have color. This might look good. It does. Okay, this is, I can't remember what it is, Christina. It is a Unijet Stream in 0.28, so even finer than 0.3. And with the kind of beige, it's really like a metal barrel, but with the silver as well. I feel like it's a good combo for this planner with kind of the feeling of mixed metals we have going on, even though this planner will always be silver. I think that needs to just be trained as well. So we'll just clip it like that. Okay, guys. That was slightly painful, but I actually think I like it, even though I haven't used it yet. But this is what it looks like on the inside. I think that keeping this pocket, which I've never really had to worry about before, functional, as well as decorative, is going to be crucial, because the things that I have here will be helping me in my planning here. Since I don't have sections, I literally just have the view, weekly view, and a couple notes pages, and that's it. I'm going to need some other tools to help my planning be successful, which I think is also good, because I have so many supplies, as you can see, that I really need to be working through, and this allows me to do that. So very quickly, let me show you how I envision using this before we end the video. I think I already told you about this page, this kind of intro month page, goals, important days, priorities. We'll change to something else, and we have like a checklist for like major things. We have the monthly view, which I think is helpful. You know, I think I'm just gonna move the tabs. I think I'm gonna have just this month and today, or maybe I have just this week, this month and this week. Yeah, I think that makes sense. This month and this week. That's what I said I was gonna move it to. See, already changing stuff around. And it really is not hard in this spiral system. And we're gonna move this month back to where it makes sense to have it. Okay, so this month view allows me to plan and ahead and take a look at things that are happening on a large scale for work for the month. I run a lot of enterprise meetings, and there's dates that I need to get things done by, so I can plan that here. PTO, just anything happening within the month I can take a look at. I like that it has a little note section here and a look back and a look ahead calendar. And then this here obviously is where the magic happens. So a lot of my planning really comes down to to-dos and priorities, which this has section for, and then meetings. I don't have to track my meetings in my planner. I like doing it. I have a Outlook calendar that I can do that in, but I like writing down my meetings, and kind of it makes my planner feel fuller, and it also helps me kind of prioritize my time throughout the day. Previously, what I didn't like about my current system is that the most recent insert I was using, which was the Jane's Agenda, did not have half-hour slots for meetings. It just had full hour. I have a lot of meetings on the half hour, 11 to 11:30, 11:30 to 12 sort of thing. And so I think this will allow me, I'll have to write in my own time for the meeting, but I think it will allow me to write that in, and I'll have to like share a line, which I didn't enjoy doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 slots. That's very rare that I have 7 meetings in a day. So I think that that will be perfect. The other thing that this does is I work Monday through Friday. I do have this one little section on the side. This is Saturday and Sunday. This is minimal whiting out for me. I'll just white this out right here. This will allow me like a next week section, so I can write the priorities and the to-dos for the coming week. This also does allow me a little bit of room to decorate if I choose to do that. I think if I do to decorate in 2025, it'll be minimal, very minimal. But I work from home, so I'm not worried about people like being all in my planner and, you know, looking at what I'm doing. Not that I would care anyway, but I know some people are concerned about keeping their planner looking professional. I don't have that same concern, but it's more just from a time aspect. I really want to focus on the planners that I want to decorate and want to be creative in, and just kind of use this as what it's meant for, which is just writing stuff down. So y'all, I will keep you updated throughout the year as I am using this to see what it's like getting back into a spiral planner again, especially something that I'm using every day. Let me know in the comments what you're using for your work planner. Do you think the spiral is a good idea for me? Should I go back to my half letter? What should I do, y'all? I promised y'all I was going to be fluid in 2025. So if this ends up not working for me, I will head back to what I know does work, and maybe a simplified version of that. But I want to try this, and I like how it looks, and it will be an evolution. So stay tuned. We will continue to build this out together. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with me for this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. You can also head over to my Instagram, exo.christine is where I'm at over there, to see more plannery things and more things about my 2025 lineup. So I appreciate you being here, and I hope to be planning with you very, very soon. XO. Bye, guys.